On the 1st of May 1960, a United States U-2 spy plane was shot down by the Soviet Air Defense Forces while conducting photographic aerial reconnaissance deep inside Soviet territory. Flown by American pilot Francis Gary Powers, the aircraft had taken off from Peshawar, Pakistan, and crashed near Sverdlovsk, present-day Yekaterinburg, after being hit by a surface-to-air missile. Powers parachuted to the ground and was captured. This is the story behind the Fallen Lady incident. In July 1958, US President Dwight D. Eisenhower requested permission from the Pakistani Prime Minister Feroz Khan Noon for the US to establish a secret intelligence facility in Pakistan and for the U-2 spy plane to fly from Pakistan. The U-2 flew at altitudes that could not be reached by Soviet fighter jets of the era. It was believed to be beyond the reach of Soviet missiles as well. A facility established in Badaber, Peshawar Air Station, 10 miles, 16 kilometers from Peshawar, was a cover for a major communications intercept operation run by the United States National Security Agency, NSA. Badaber was an excellent location because of its proximity to Soviet Central Asia. This enabled the monitoring of missile test sites, key infrastructure and communications. The U-2 spy in the sky was allowed to use the Pakistan Air Force section of Peshawar Airport to gain vital photo intelligence in an era before satellite observation. On the 28th of April 1960, a US Lockheed U-2C spy plane, Article 358, was ferried from Incirlik Air Base in Turkey to the US base at Peshawar Airport by pilot Glenn Dunaway. Fuel for the aircraft had been ferried to Peshawar the previous day in a US Air Force C-124 transport. A US Air Force C-130 followed, carrying the ground crew, mission pilot Francis Powers, and the backup pilot Bob Erickson. On the morning of the 29th of April, the crew in Badaber was informed that the mission had been delayed one day. As a result, Bob Erickson flew Article 358 back to Incirlik and John Shin ferried another U-2C, Article 360, from Incirlik to Peshawar. On the 30th of April, the mission was delayed one day further because of bad weather over the Soviet Union. The weather improved, and on the 1st of May, 15 days before the scheduled opening of the East-West Summit Conference in Paris, Captain Powers, flying Article 360, 56,693, left the base in Peshawar on a mission with the operation's code word Grand Slam to overfly the Soviet Union, photographing targets including the ICBM sites at the Baikonur Cosmodrome and Plesetsk Cosmodrome, then land at Bodo in Norway. At the time, the USSR had 6 ICBM launch pads, 2 at Baikonur and 4 at Plesetsk. Mayak, then named Chelyabinsk 65, an important industrial center of plutonium processing, was another of the targets that Powers was to photograph. A close study of Powers' account of the flight shows that one of the last targets he overflew before being shot down was the Chelyabinsk 65 plutonium production facility. The U-2 flight was expected, and all units of the Soviet Air Defense Forces in the Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Siberia, Ural, and later in the USSR European region and extreme north, were placed on red alert. Soon after the aircraft was detected, Lieutenant General of the Air Force Yevgeny Savitsky ordered the air unit commanders to attack the violator by all alert flights located in the area of foreign planes course and to ram if necessary. Because of the U-2's extreme operating altitude, Soviet attempts to intercept the aircraft using fighter aircraft failed. The U-2's course was out of range of several of the nearest SAM sites, and one SAM site even failed to engage the aircraft since it was not on duty that day. The U-2 was shot down near Kosulino, Ural region, by the first of 3 S-75 Dvina surface-to-air missiles, fired by a battery commanded by Mikhail Voronov. The SA-75 site had been supposedly identified previously by the CIA using photos taken during Vice President Richard Nixon's visit to Sverdlovsk the previous summer.